everyone, I'm Elizabeth Ryder and I am going to show you how to make a green smoothie today. So making a green smoothie is really easy. You just need a blender and a few ingredients. I'm using a Vitamix, which is a high-speed blender. You can use any blender you want, but a high-speed blender will make quick work of making a green smoothie. So if you have one or can get one, I highly recommend it. To start, you want to add a cup of purified water to the blender. And it doesn't have to be exact, just about a cup. And use purified water or any other healthy liquid. Unsweetened almond milk, some kind of hemp milk, really any kind of nut milk would be great. Just make sure that it's unsweetened, or purified water is always a great go-to as well. Next, we want to add the greens. So I have baby spinach here that's been washed, and you want 2 or 3 cups, which I know sounds like a lot, but it blends down to just a little bit. Always try to keep about 2 to 3 times the amount of greens to fruit. So I'm going to use about 3 cups of spinach and about a cup of fruit. Next up, some fruit obviously. I have some really great pineapple that I cut up the other day. That's about a half a cup. And try to use fresh fruit, or frozen fruit is great too, just to avoid anything out of a can. So I like to add a banana as well, because it adds a great sweetness and texture to a smoothie. But if you don't care for bananas, then you don't have to add it. But I almost always add a half a banana or a whole small banana because of the sweetness, and it gives a great texture. So the fruit obviously gives a lot of fiber and antioxidants, but it also gives that great flavor so that your smoothie doesn't end up tasting like a blended salad. So again, so far I've got about a cup of water, 2 or 3 cups of greens, about a cup of fruit, and now I want to add just a little bit of fat. I'm going to add some avocado that I had left over from last night. And I'm also going to add some chia seeds. You can add any kind of nut or seed to your smoothie to give a little bit of extra good fat and some fiber and protein and texture as well. So that's about a tablespoon of chia seeds. And you're just learning a method here. You can use any ingredients you want. You just need a cup of liquid, 2 or 3 cups of greens, about a cup of fruit, and then a tablespoon or 2 of some kind of nut or seed or superfood add-in that has a good fat in it, because you need some fat to absorb the fat-soluble nutrients that are in your green smoothie. The last thing I want to add is some ice. So green smoothies that are warm do not taste great, I don't think, so I always add anywhere from a half a cup to a cup of ice as well. Frozen berries are great to add, and that adds that frozen element as well. But again, whatever you have on hand, you're just learning the method. So if you have a high-speed blender, put it all the way to low, and start on the lowest setting, and when you turn it on, just work your way up, and it will eventually start to blend everything. And you might have to do that 2 or 3 times or push it down, but you want to blend it for about 30 to 60 seconds. Be careful, because if you blend it on high for too long, the speed of the blender can actually heat up your smoothie, which we don't want to do. So start on low and then blend it for 30 to 60 seconds at a time until it's really well blended. So once it's started to blend, I always do that one more time, because when it's on high, sometimes it can miss some of the big chunks. So put it back to low and start one more time. And there you go, super easy. So this smoothie has banana and pineapple in it, and spinach is actually a really mild green, so this one will be quite sweet. If your smoothie is a little too bitter for you, or you've used a really strong green, you can add a little bit of liquid stevia, just make sure it's pure stevia, or a pitted date, or even just a teaspoon of raw organic honey to sweeten it up. Just avoid adding too much sugar to your smoothie, because we want to get all of the benefits of the greens and not make this high glycemic and too sugar filled. So we want to keep it low on the glycemic index and mostly greens. But your green smoothies should taste great. Any food you eat should taste great, so make sure that you like the flavors that you're using. And just experiment with what's in season and what's a good price at your store, and different flavors and textures that you can find. So I think green smoothies are best when you drink them right away. But if you want to store your green smoothie in the refrigerator, just make sure you use a glass container and mason jars work really well for this. And you want to fill it all the way to the top, and then use a lid that is airtight and put it on really tight so that air can't get in. Because what happens is air can oxidize your green smoothie. So you can store this in the refrigerator up to a day, but I really say 12 hours is about good because it can start to go off and smell funny or taste funny. If it ever smells funny or tastes funny, don't drink it. But like I said, drink it fresh right away if you can, or store it in the refrigerator for up to 12 hours. And Ball is the mason jar company that I got these mason jars from. They make these great BPA-free plastic lids that you can use to store your smoothies. But I usually finish my green smoothie before there's anything left to store. So thanks for spending a few minutes with me. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and head on over to my blog for this smoothie recipe and my other free recipes and health tips. Have a great day or night wherever you're at, and I'll talk to you soon.